incredible little place. You need to get out there at some point. It's in the Gulf of Guinea, and it's a little archipelago consisting of two main islands, São Tomé and Principe. And actually, from a UK, if you compare it to UK perspective, they're only, what was it, about 1,000 square kilometres, I think. So for UK people, that's about 50%, not even that, bigger than the island of Anglesey off the Welsh coast. So really, really small,
Tiny.
but massively important for biodiversity. So beautiful tropical islands, like doused in forest, really beautiful landscapes, and they've got the highest ratio of endemic birds there. So you need to get out there to find some of the endemics. And importantly, it's also the main, the area that BirdLife are working on, and that the Global BirdFair, which is where we are now, are supporting the project. So they're preventing islands extinctions.
So I take it you're both not from there.
No.
So how did you end up there, and why did you end up in São Tomé? What is it?
Well, so Dan and I have our company Wild Discovery, and we're a wildlife watching tour company at heart. That's what we do. So we're based in Scotland, actually in the UK, and we run tours in Scotland, but in other parts of the world as well. But the main thing that kind of drew us to that was we have conservation kind of embedded in all of our tours. So whether you're going to Scotland, São Tomé, south of Spain, it doesn't matter where our tours go, there's always a conservation element. And that can be in different forms, whether we give a financial donation to a reserve, we meet reserve managers or even private people as well that have their own little kind of reserves or conservation projects. We'll support those, and our guests will meet them as well on the tours. So we're always looking for different things that we can do, and we love the Global BirdFair. It's a really important weekend for us. You meet so many people, make so many connections. And we thought, well, why not try and get involved with their conservation project as well? And the São Tomé and Principe one was, it's a very small area, not many people know about it. Let's try and raise the profile and actually take some keen bird watchers and wildlife watchers there and support the projects that's going on the island, and show people on the island how important their wildlife is, not just for themselves and the area, but for other people to want to go and see and experience that as well.
This is very interesting because as a what do you call it? A conservation, bird conservation, wildlife conservation. How did they manage to pick you out from so many projects and decide these are the people we're going to support this year, these are the people we're promoting this year?
Well, that's a good question. I think our ethos, as far as I know, we're the most conservation-minded wildlife travel company. So we like people to, when they're going on holiday and they go to enjoy something, as Rachel said, to completely appreciate why there are still, whatever it might be, where are they going. So it doesn't matter if you're going to a tiger reserve in India, or you're going to look at Iberian lynx in Spain, or to São Tomé to see endemic birds. We tend to take for granted that they're still there. And you often don't appreciate all the hard work that goes in behind the scenes. And I think that ethos and the way we support a lot of the conservation organisations probably set us apart to a certain extent. And we're very, very happy to be able to support the work of the BirdFair, the Global BirdFair and BirdLife International by running a tour there. And it's a great way of facilitating everybody that's here is an opportunity for them to actually come out and see the project in action and see some great birds.
And I should say as well, obviously taking people there is one thing, putting money into the community, but the profits from that tour will also go directly to that project, for the BirdLife conservation project as well, on top of that.
So is the tourism limited to just bird watching? I mean, the kind of safaris you do? I call them safaris because I'm from Kenya. So we do safaris, and safari is where you see everything. So who comes to the safaris?
Anybody, everybody. So our tours will take in birds, they'll take in mammals, they'll take in insects, plants, landscapes, you name it, and communities, and that's really important. And Rachel mentioned about being able to support, in this case, the São Tomé one, and the different people involved with that. That goes from the villagers, the hunters, right through to the Global BirdFair and BirdLife International. But that applies across the board. So wherever we are, we like to use local accommodation and eat in local restaurants and eat good local food. And it helps to propagate nature-based tourism through every level of a community in an area. And it doesn't matter if it's a bird or an insect or a plant or a mammal, we'll go and look at it. So in this case, our São Tomé trip is focused more on birds because of the project and the fact that São Tomé is so rich in endemic birds. But we have other tours where we are literally looking at a rare insect or a rare mammal.
So how many people are involved in your project, your specific São Tomé project?
Well,
we have a wild discovery guide will be kind of leading the tour alongside local guides as well. But the company is still quite small. As a whole, it's myself and my husband, and we have a couple of guides that work for us and someone working for us in the office. So we're still quite a small company in the grand scheme of things.
And I'm sure you've got a lot of interest in this. So if I came to you and say, look, I'm Rose, I'm relatively new to wildlife, but I am interested in coming to see what you're doing. Can I volunteer and come and work with you? How would I start?
So if you wanted to come to São Tomé, and come on a tour, then you'd come in chatting to us like you are now, and we'd be basically giving you a rundown of the tour. And it is it's a structured wildlife watching tour. So you would pay to come on it, and then effectively you've got a 9-day trip, 9-day holiday, where you get fed and watered and transported, and also get to look at those birds in this case. And it applies the same anywhere in the world. So for us, we run these holidays where you're basically paying to come and enjoy whatever wildlife or landscape or people or culture it might be.
Okay. I mean, here you are. You have an opportunity to talk to the audience, tell them anything that you want to. Wow. What would be the one thing you want them to take away from when they listen to the watching? What's the one?
If you want to experience wildlife, you want to take your time to enjoy what you're seeing, take in the landscape, the people, the culture, everything, the whole deal, the whole package on a fully inclusive tour, so you don't have to worry about anything, all meals, driving, fully guided of course. If you want that in a nice relaxed, friendly atmosphere.
Fun. They're always good fun.
With expert guides, we're the ones to come to.
Absolutely interesting. And now the cameras are not watching us. You're talking to me one-on-one. And I've just met you. And I say, okay, I just don't get this São Tomé. How would you try and sell that to me? And just say, Rose, come on. This is the place for you. I know you've talked about the wildlife, you talked about the food, you talked about the people, but it's at the end of nowhere. It's
at the end of nowhere. So surely,
happening.
if you think São Tomé is at the end of nowhere, that's a really good reason to go and visit it. So we like places that are a little bit off the beaten track, and São Tomé is 100% that place. I mean, you've got the ability to go to an island nation in Africa that is really unique. I mean, it's shaped by the ocean, by the people that are trying to move backwards and forwards. It's a really important trading area. Very few people get to visit there. So a lot of people like going to places that no one's visited before, and you get a really authentic experience because so many places now, it's not a genuine experience, but if you go on a safari in Africa, you'll go into a jeep, probably like a lot of the thousands of other people. You're going to stay in a lodge. It's going to be very comfortable, but it might not have necessarily the same identity that going to somewhere like São Tomé has. And you're going to have a really, as Rachel said, an immersive experience. You're going to be have this phenomenal cultural element, the people and the wildlife and landscape. And I mean, we like visiting places that are a bit different. São Tomé is definitely one of those.
So how does one get there?
Well, how good are you rowing? No, the easiest way is flying. So from the UK, you generally fly via Portugal and then head south. So you can often stop in Ghana and then on to São Tomé. So it's actually not too bad. It's about 8 hours or something like that. If you get an efficient flight, from the UK. So it's quite straightforward to get to from that sense. Not too expensive in the grand scheme of things, and actually as a destination, it's still remarkably affordable. So it's a really, really good African nation to visit.
I'm getting to see this. I definitely am.